What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Listen, it's a little different video, man. But it's my birthday, man. Man turning 25. Now, when I'm recording this, it's not my birthday. But when this video dropping, it's my birthday. But yeah, so we got 7 characters, 7 of my favorite characters. And when I say my favorite characters, they're characters that I've written, whether it be in skits, short films, or things that I'm writing down up the pipeline. Now, I'm gonna just say their name, so when if you continue to see my career go along, and you see that character's name, just know that at this time period, it's one of my favorites. Some characters I might talk about more or less, depending on how critical some of their plot points is to the story. But so we got 7 on the list, and then we got 2 that I can't say why I like them, because it's very, very there's a lot of spoilers in there, and then 2 that are just honorable mentions. Can't say why. The first one we have, his name is Andrew Walker. Now, he will be most likely, unless I throw something else in there, most likely he will be in the first novel that I write. I'm not gonna say the name right now, just in case I change the name or whatever it may be. But basically, I'm gonna try to, let's see, what can I say about him that I actually can't say here. I'm gonna just say he's kind of a character to the side that will have an interesting past that will play a part in the story going forward. And another one we got is Soul Seeker. This is if I'm talking about a big project, and Game of Thrones was one of the shows that I wanted to watch, Lord of the Rings, like that type of style, to basically get some inspiration from. My biggest project that I want to do it was gonna be a film franchise, and basically after watching Game of Thrones and just hearing the story with George R.R. Martin, and how he started in Hollywood, and then he went and wrote his novels without having to worry about budget, and I kind of was just should I write a novel, and I was just like, nah, I want this to be a movie. But I'm gonna have it be a little book series now. So Soul Seeker, he's gonna be in my biggest one. I don't have a name for it. I had a name. I'm gonna just say the working title. It was Eternal Dreams, but I knew it was gonna be annoying throughout the whole time period of any type of production of it. Be like, oh, well, if you do this and this character's here, does it mean it's all a dream? And I knew I was gonna get asked that, and I was like, that will probably annoy me, so let me go ahead and change the name, and I could probably come up with something better. So I decided to change the name 2 years ago, and I still haven't came up with anything. All right, honorable mentions, we have Officer Friendly, and let's just say the greatest superhero ever, man. So you gonna see when I react to my skits a couple months down the line. I already recorded them, but let's see, when's the first part drop? I think the first part drops in October or something. The first part, if everything goes the same, will drop November 3rd. So you'll see Officer Friendly. Officer Friendly is basically it started off in the skit Good Cop, Bad Cop, and it's a skit that I did freshman year of high school, and I want to bring back. But Officer Friendly is the bad cop, And then the greatest superhero, if you see my intros when I'm like, let's just say, today we're back with Game of Thrones and we got Season 3, Episode 9, The Reigns of Castamere. Like, that voice started from that skit, which started from, like, it would just be randomly at my first job. I'll just say that in the middle of like the out of nowhere, basically. And the last honorable mention we have is Val. So she's also gonna be in that first novel that I was talking about, which Andrew Walker is in. And basically, because I'm not gonna lie, like this idea, no one's thought of it, but someone kind of did something a little bit similar. So I don't want someone to completely just like take it, and I'm like, I don't pause, and then like I'm like, damn, I don't even want to do it anymore. But actually, we'll do it like this. The prelude to when the story starts, Earth has fought off an alien invasion, and the alien invasion's last attack is what got the world to the state that it's in right now. And Val is basically, she was working with the military and then started, helping people out, and then she became this, badass bounty hunter at the end of the world. And then there's like little different groups and sections and stuff like that. And then there's this kingdom, and she was part of the royal guard. So when you start the story, it's like 30 years after the war with the aliens has been fought, and she's about like, I think she's like 55, and she's a retired bounty hunter and a retired royal guardswoman. But yeah, she's probably gonna be like one of the most badass characters out of there. There's another character, but I don't want to get too big on that one, but they badass too. Now into the list. Number 7, we have Morgan Castle. And listen, if you're watching this video, I appreciate you, man, because one, it's my birthday, you know what I'm saying? You're watching the video on my birthday, okay? And two, like, this is not any regular, like, this is literally characters that I've created, especially if you got to this point. And I'm not talking about like you just clicked on the video and was like, ooh, I don't really give a fuck, and it clicked off. But like, if you got to this point, I appreciate you, man. Let me know if y'all got to this point in the comments down below. Actually, to really let me know, tell me which one of these characters, just from what I'm saying, which you seem is the most interesting. But Morgan Castle was basically, it's the only short film I haven't posted on YouTube. It's the only one that I've sent like the film festivals and stuff like that. But like, if someone were to say your previous skits or scripts or any ideas that haven't been made already, no, not made already, but like haven't been, I can't even say made already because I made it, but if I took that script, reworked it, because I had to, write for budget, like I was saying earlier, I had to write for budget that I didn't have, and for crew that I didn't have. But if I was able to write with the budget, if someone was like, here's $15 million, you have, let's say you have 2 years and you can just make this project, it will be a banger. So basically, it's kind of a blend, unlike sociopaths and superheroes, but not like in the Boys or Invincible type of way, where it's just like, this is a character who is not necessarily, a narcissist like, Homelander or something like that, where it's just like, this character was someone who just wanted to always do good, and his power is what basically deprived him of his empathy. The short film was called Empathy. So the power deprived him of his empathy, and as he killed, he gained more abilities, and him killing people is the only thing that really kept him alive. But I don't. It's like, bro, if I rework that script, I don't know. I could make that a little. I could make it just a little, a novel to, get my foot in the door, but a little something. I don't know. I could do that. All right. Next, we got number 6. We got Sire Wayne. Now, if you see my Game of Thrones reactions, when we're introduced to Jennifer, Jennifer Henwick's character, and how I was saying, like, there's a character that I got in the future that I want her. That was the character I was talking about. So basically, in this story, there's a race of beings. There's higher tier beings and lower tier beings. I'm trying to be as vague as possible because this is my passion project. It's my baby. She's been pushed away and disowned from her family, and she felt it was because of who she was as a person. Like, her family knew what type of being she was, and she felt it was who she was. Like, I'm trying not to. Okay, I'm gonna just have to say it. She gay, so she gay, and she basically felt it was because of that, but it was for her protection, because the type of being that she is getting hunted by the government. And you get to see this loner type character become a fighter and a provider and eventually a leader. And that's all I can say in that one, man. That's all I can say in that one. Also, if you actually, if you're actually interested in this project, just know I don't want to hear in any debacles, because this was basically gonna be, like I said, it was supposed to be a film franchise, and then I was like, let me do novel instead. So the idea going from film to novel, you have to think about your POVs. So she's necessary to have a POV in the first book, and she's not necessary to have a POVs in other books. So just know that's the reason. So you gotta defend me coming down to, what I'm saying, in the future. I don't want any types of attack being like, oh, he's taking out the POVs from his minority character or his LGBT. Like, dude, no. She wasn't necessary to have in the plot later down the line. Because I thought about that when I had the outline, and I was just like, then I had to try to look at George R.R. Martin. I'm like, okay, was there someone who had, without dying, had POV chapters, and then later down the line, like in another book, they didn't have any chapters? So I don't know, this is new to me. Oh wow, damn, I think I fucked up. All right, so Val's not honorable mention. She's number 5, I guess. Number 4, we got Leon Marcus. Now he's basically the main character of my passion project. And all right, there's 7 living realms, and there's your hell and your heaven type realms. But besides that, there's your 7 realms, and each realm has like something specifically different. But the realm that we're in is like the universe. There's like multiple types of, let's just say, races. And this character is one of the only ones who is included, let's just say, mixed with all these races or species or whatever. I really can't say a lot about him. Listen, I'm really freestyling this this video, dude. But I want the reader or the viewer when it gets to time for filming, to be able to see, because you're gonna start off and it's just gonna be Earth basically. Yeah, everyone, you're adjusted to our society. You already know what time it is. It'll be set in like maybe 10 years future, so it's not gonna really be that much of a difference. So you should be adjusted. You can jump straight into his life. It's good. I'm not gonna say it's the hero's journey, because I already got my story lined out. I don't even know if it's mapped out with the hero's journey. It could very well maybe. But with him being a part of, let's just say there's wizards and stuff, okay? That's one of them. So with him being a wizard and also being a higher being, a wizard, and this, that, and the third, you get to see all those different aspects within the lore. Dude, I can't wait for this. I cannot fucking wait for this, bro. It's like, literally, dude, I gotta finish editing these videos and get a good constant flow, and I can like start pumping this out, dude. Alright. Number 3. This is the last one of my big passion project. Dean Kylea. Now, Dean is the title, and Kylea is her name. Alright, so I actually fucked up. Her name is pronounced Kylela. So it's Dean Kylea. So basically, this is one of the realms. So every realm is something different. So I'll go ahead and say one of the realms has to do with, magic. Obviously, I said there's magic in this. And this realm it also has magic in it, but it's more of this is what I wanted to watch Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings for inspiration for. So imagine that type of world for this realm. So basically, and all these are subject to change, because I wrote all this down and then I started getting my inspirations and stuff. But Dean is the title of King of Kings. So there's 5 kingdoms, right? With 5 different type of beings. And Kylea was just a regular human, and stumbled upon a power, and one of the strongest, before we even introduced to this realm, one of the strongest forces was a being, kind of humanoid dragon creatures, basically. Oh god, I feel like I'm giving like fuck it, dude. After stumbling on Leon like that, like, I gotta give a little something, dude, to fuck. Because I actually like this character a lot, bro. And I guess this don't really matter, because this is before the story even starts. Like, by the time we meet this character, this had already happened. So she stumbles upon a power and teams up with willing fighters as well as the magic users within her realm, because the magic users are the only ones who really more, unless it's every single being going against, they're called Dragon Knights. Unless every single being goes against them, they don't stand a chance. And even then, they could probably still die. So she needs her little group and fighters, and to team up with the magic users within that realm. And that realm, and within that realm, the magic users are the only ones who stand a chance against the Dragon Knight Kingdom. And so they fight a war, and then the magic users, they're kind of recluses. So after the war, they kind of just stay to the side as long as Kylea doesn't mess with the magic users. They can really care less. They just anytime someone wants to trade, okay, we'll trade this. We don't really bother y'all. We're not going to your kingdom. You're not coming into ours. You're going strictly offshore. Okay, here you go. The trade import. There you go. Get out of my face. So that's how they is. So after the war is finished and they won, there's very few Dragon Knight left alive. And what's crazy is not a lot of this, but like some similarities with Game of Thrones, bro. That like I've wrote way before even like knowing anything about Game of Thrones. But yeah, there's only a couple Dragon Knights left alive, and there's dragons within that realm, and which stays in the magic users the kingdom. And so Kylea is basically the king of kings, because she's the one who overthrew the Dragon Knight Kingdom, which was oppressing everyone else. But now she's the one oppressing everyone, and she's kind of she got her little group of commandos, and they go around, let's just say, collecting supplies from every kingdom, and just like, for lack of a better term, living her best life. Oh, I can't wait till I get to that one, dude. Oh my god. It's like, bro, cause dude, when I tell you all these, how I just talked about all that with just one realm, and there's 7. I'm not gonna get too big in there's actually 9 realms, but it's like a heaven and a hell. I'm not gonna get too big on that ones, but those 7 ones, oh my gosh, all the stories I can do with just in that one. Like, not with just within each of them. But yeah, so that's that one. Next, let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Number 2, we got from my first novel. Her name's Melissa. So Melissa's born 40 years after the end of the world, and she's a little badass. Imagine like Ellie from The Last of Us mixed with Ellie from The Last of Us, maybe like 5 or 6 years younger. Like I think she's 8. So Ellie's like 14, right? 14, yeah. About that age. So about like 8, 9, 10. So imagine that age, but like Ellie mixed with like, I can't think of anyone else but the Tinkerer, so let's just say the Tinkerer. Or let's just say you play like a survival video game, and you have to create like little gadgets. So something like that, where it's like she's very crafty. But yeah, she's a little badass. And number 1, I don't know, I'll kind of put, I wouldn't really put these in order. I just put maybe a few of them, like the last ones and the first ones, kind of in order. But if we're putting them in order, I'll say put Kylea at number 2 and Melissa at number 3 instead. But number one, we got Elena. Now, Elena, this is another thing where I could, get a little bit of inspiration from Game of Thrones. And basically, like, dude, I don't think anyone in... No, that's a fucking lie. No, that's a lie. I can't even say emotionally either. But, like, if you think about her story, even though there's moments where you could be like, okay, I mean, she's at this, like, level, it's kind of fucking sad, dude. So, I'm trying to think, does any of her backstory spoil anything in the future? It's a character where when we're introduced to her and as we're going along with the story, you don't know if you could trust this character, because like the main character, has a good impression, and you're like, is this just because saying y'all slept together, or is it actually legitimate? So basically, there's let's see, there's like 4 main communities. One of them is a kingdom. One of them is like kind of like a Wild Wild West scenario. One of them is a hospital, and then the other one is like, what the fuck is the other one? Oh, the other one's a hotel. Tripping. I was about to say factory. I'm like, that don't even sound right. The other one's a hotel. So I'm not gonna get into backstory on the communities, but basically, she started off as, and this is the one that Val was in. So Val was, a royal guard at the let's just say the kingdom right now. So basically, she started off and she was on the royal guard, and there was a little incident with the king that turned a lot of people away from the royal guard. Like, Val is the only one who like left that situation where they're just like, yeah, you can come out of retirement anytime you want, like we'll have you back. Everyone else is just like, we're not fucking with you, right? Like what you did, like they're saying to the king, what you did was beyond forgivable, and it was kind of a like walking out of a job and making a scene type scenario. Oh, fuck you, and this and that and third. It's like, yeah, you're never working there again. Val's the only one who was just like, you know what, I'm not about to do this, I'm done, and like left respectfully, even though she shouldn't have. So after that, she goes to the, let's just say the Wild Wild West community, and that community basically specializes in bounty hunting. And these communities aren't really like connected. The only way they're connected is the hospital is kind of like, the nickname for that is New Swits, because it's kind of like their Switzerland, where anytime it's like the Continental in John Wick. Like, everyone operates out of that. So everyone goes to the hospital, they get medical attention, all that, and this and that and the third, and there's no violence within let's just say 200 yards of the hospital. My bad, I had to cut something out. Y'all almost got caught lacking, man. But yeah, so there's no violence within the hospital or the area around it. But none of the communities other than that are connected in any way. So basically, the hotel community, they put out a bounty on the new king, and at the same time, the Wild Wild West community and the kingdom, they basically make a pact, and like they're separate communities but like under one roof type shit. Like they're like a Google and YouTube or like Facebook and Instagram type deal. So basically, around that same time is when the bounties put out. Only a few people get them, and she's already burned bridges with the kingdom community, and even still, this new king, they're probably a piece of shit. She doesn't know. She goes and kills that king, and so they know that it was a bounty. They don't know who gave that bounty, but they just know, and that brings a rift between those two, the Wild West community and the kingdom. That brings a rift between them again, and only a marriage later down the line, which has nothing to do with her story, but that's the only thing that mends it back together. But basically, after she kills that king, no community will have her besides maybe New Switz, but she already left New Switz. Like that's where she had started, but she just left it. She can go back, but it's that prideful thing. So she goes to that hotel community, and since that she's the one who killed the king, they put her in a higher position, and so like she's kind of like, let me see. All right, so say you got. So there's the boss, and then there's like the apprentice. Let's just say Star Wars. So there's the Emperor, and then there's Darth Vader. And wow, I really made my Darth Vader character tall as shit too. That's tough. That was by accident. But and then a tier underneath, like whatever is the tier underneath in the Empire. Let's just say whether it be the Grand Inquisitor or Grand Moff Tarkin or Grand Admiral Thrawn, whoever is like the tier underneath, that's where she's at now, off rip, because of that bounty. And the hotel place, they're not they're not a light community, and it's just there's like so much to this shit, dude. But it's just like, okay, let's see, because now we're getting into when the story starts. So all that has happened before the story starts, and so when the story starts, she's I'm trying to walk carefully, because I'm really trying to edit this video tonight, and I'm really trying to have her not, let's see, because make sure she doesn't start hard home without me. But okay, she stopped. But yeah, so basically she doesn't really feel like she has a home, because the place she's at is not really shit. The people there are not likable. The people who are above her are not really that good of people, and the people who are below her are envious of her because she just got in there and just jumped straight up off rip. And everyone hates her because she completed this bounty that, okay, I guess you can say that you can compare that to the Jaime situation. I'll allow that one, because I think I wrote her character after Game of Thrones, so I'll allow someone to make that comparison, and it'd be fair. But yeah, so it's a thing of, damn, that's tough. And it's a king too. That's tough. Oh shit. Oh god. But yeah, so I'll probably, if y'all are interested, I'll probably, do little story bits as time goes on, and actually like write them down. So like I know, okay, this is not, I'm willing to give this much of information away if y'all are interested. Now, if no one made it this far in the video, shit, I guess I'm gonna just keep the shits to myself, and then when I drop the, you know what I'm saying, I'll just say, hey, I released my novel, go ahead and check it out. But yeah, so that's my list. Let me go through it one more time. Can't say why. Andrew Walker, Soul Seeker. I can say his power though. So his power is to stuff. Alright, so within the realms, so imagine, I'm trying to think. Imagine the realms like, imagine the realms like a hotel, right? And traveling in between realms is like the elevator. So the cables, actually, no matter of fact, okay, imagine the realms are levels on a hotel, and the hotel, the elevator on the hotel is what connects the floors together. This is the quickest picture I could think of right now. So it'll be like a realm, and on each side of the realm will connect to the next one. And it's no one's visually gonna see this, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But that's gonna be called the bind. So Soul Seeker's power is to sense someone's connection through the bind. So every realm has something a little different. So like there's a magic realm, so if he'll sense their connection, like their magical connection to the bind. Or there's a realm where it's immortal beings. I mean, they could be killed, but they live either thousands of years or they live forever unless they're killed. He could sense, immortal beings' connection to the binds. Damn. Hold on, you almost caught me slacking again. But then we have the greatest superhero, honorable mention. Officer Friendly, honorable mention. Number 7, Morgan Castle. Number 6, Sire Wayne. Number 5, Val. Number 4, Leon Marcus. Number 3, Dean Kalea. Number 2, Melissa. Number 1, Elena. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. And I appreciate you if you wish me happy birthday and you made it this far in the video. I thought this bit was gonna be 15 minutes, but then I'm like, damn, I really can't give that much crazy shit away, but it's tough. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If you liked the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Stay tuned for the next one. It's been a video by the world's coolest nerd, and I'm out. Peace.